Alright, so I finally got a chance to work on it. I found out it's very hard to try to record. I'm new to this whole YouTube thing, so I guess people must use stands or something to hold the phone. But here we are back on the LML. I jacked up the cab. You don't have to do this, but it just makes it a lot easier for me. I'm a bigger dude, so it's hard for me to fit in there. I did that so I could get to the bolts for the down pipe and stuff, and just made it a lot easier to get to the bolts for the transmission. As you can see, they're all out. Just a little bit of slow progress. The big thing is, taking your time and labeling everything. You don't have to do all this to pull the motor out. I bought PPE manifolds and kind of curious, so I pulled it out, and it made it a lot easier to get to the starter. I pulled the starter out, and I actually could get in there with my impact and the swivel and take the torque converter bolts out, so it was a lot easier. I mean, don't have to do this, but definitely not a bad idea. I know getting the starter out of these, because I've changed plenty of them, is not fun. So I just figured I'll pull a manifold off. I just have the blocks on the cab a little bit, just to get me some more room. As you can see, there's plenty of room in there now. So, and the biggest thing is don't make fun of my spelling. I'm a horrible speller, but literally best thing in the world is every single thing gets labeled and goes for everything. And just Dollar Tree special Ziploc baggies. I keep a box of them, and then all this EGR shit. It's crazy how much stuff's on these motors. This is my second LML. I am pulling the tank off. Whoops, pointed at it wrong. Taking the tank off. I just posted the rims and tires for sale. I'm trying to trade them for some 20x12s. I'm sure someone will want to do it. The rims ain't the greatest, but the tires are brand new. But yeah, so that's pretty much what I'm doing today. I'm hoping to have the motor out. I got to unbolt these 3 bolts for this side, and then this side's ready to go. And then come over here, obviously move all this crap out of the way, and unbolt them 3 bolts for the motor mount. Undo the 2 fuel lines, which I've already undone the fuel line bracket here. One thing I will say, I meant to say when I took the cab off, to mark this and to mark that, and make sure your steering wheel is locked so you don't break your clock spring, because it will spin and it will break. Then you have to tear the steering wheel apart. You don't have to tear the whole nose off the truck. You can just pull the radiator and stuff out. I was gonna do that, but if you check out my front bumper, it's twisted. It's all stove up over here. Well, come to find out, it's twisted and pushed up in, so the fender was also bent and twisted. So I took that off because I'm going to replace them and replace the bumper. I don't know if I'm going to go back with a stock one, or I'd like to get a road armor bumper, but most of the money I spent on that stupid kit, which I shouldn't have bought, but I've always wanted a compounded truck, so I did it. And so yeah, but I think I am gonna go back with stock though, and get a black bumper and have it paint match the truck. I do plan on lowering it. I've never lowered one of these, so if anybody's got any how-to, let me know. I mean, I know I can turn the keys down some more. The back is my question. Do I have to buy drop shackles or take out a couple springs? I do plan on hauling my gooseneck trailer with it, so don't really want to take out any leaf springs out of the pack. But yeah, I'll get back with you guys in a couple hours when I get the motor out. Like I said, I'd record everything, but I'm kind of on my own. But thanks for watching.